Hi everybody, Dan Illman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets. Hi everybody, Dan Illman and Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Wednesday, March the 16th, race number 3 at Gulfstream Park. We're going the about 5.5 furlong distance on the Tapeta surface. This is a race for 3-year-old fillies. It is a Florida-bred allowance. Let's take a look at this field. You can download free Formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. Access them, handicap along with us. And when you've made your final determinations, you can play this race in the entire Gulfstream card on Wednesday with your DRF Bets account. We throw up the Timeform US pace projector, Mike, and the 2 Veloce Bella was just so impressive in her debut. I know it was only against $16,000 maiden claimers, but she ran that synthetic race like a dirt horse, fast early and kept on rolling.
Yeah, she was pretty impressive in that race. Didn't break even that sharply from the gate, Dan, but she was really fast in that race. Cleared off with no problem, ridden out through the stretch of that race. Really impressive. It does feel like she's got a ton of speed. I mean, most of the horses in this field, Dan, have shown at least some speed, at least once or twice in their careers. So it'll be interesting to see if this horse can get clear early.
I wonder if the number 1 Amazing Trip makes the 2 Veloce Bella work in the early portion of this race. She's been on the pace in her 4 dirt start. She's got a little bit of synthetic pedigree. The sire, the big beast, according to Formulator sire stats, 16% with synthetic sprinters. That's better than the industry standard for sires. The damn one on synthetic. This horse comes out of a live dirt race.
Yeah, I mean, there are things to like about this horse. I mean, generally speaking, these were the horses, back in the day when synthetic tracks were way more prevalent than they are now, Dan, these were horses I routinely avoided, the dirt horses with some talent trying synthetic for the first time. I don't know if that still holds. But you're right, this horse has speed, has run pretty well on the dirt. The big beast seems like an acceptable sire for this surface. The damn one on all 3 surfaces. She was really versatile, and she was a sprinter. I mean, I don't know. I thought this horse was certainly a very interesting player in here.
The horse that won last time out came right back to win an open one other than on dirt with an 85 Beyer speed figure. Here's the 2 Veloce Bella, and she was just very impressive in her career debut. She was claimed out of that race, but just watch. She never gave these horses a chance. She blasted out to the lead, was clear in a matter of strides, and you don't win any easier than this.
Yeah, I mean, again, just ridden out here through the stretch. It ran away from this field early, had a big lead around this entire field was in a drive behind her around the turn, Dan. They could not make up any ground on her. Maybe it wasn't that strong a field, but the only other first-time starter in the race who wound up getting up her third came right back to win her next start. I don't know. I thought this horse was pretty impressive first time, and I think she's a major player right back.
The 3 Arrow Shape, her only lifetime victory came in gate-to-wire fashion, going 4.5 on dirt, but she's shown a little bit of ability passing horses, and maybe a fast pace helps her out. Let's watch her last start. She's going to end up being placed first via disqualification, although she isn't the horse that's being impeded. She swings very wide turning into the stretch, and she's simply going to be second best to Princess Cupid, who's going to come out and impede the number 2 Muguruza. She ran okay Arrow Shape in this race, and I guess if you give her pace, if she can improve from that 69 Beyer speed figure, she's in the mix, but she got a very fast setup, as you see by those fractions.
It does feel like, if things get heated up early, maybe she's the horse that you want in here, Dan. Personally, I didn't really like her. I don't necessarily love any of her races. And listen, they placed her first last time, and the horse that crossed the wire first was justly disqualified in there, but this horse was never winning that race.
The question about the number 4 is Fire and Spice is, do you believe the Beyer speed figure from the last race? Her first 2 starts here in Beyers of 42 and 12. She exploded to earn an 80 Beyer and get beat last time out. Let's watch this race on February the 11th. Fire and Spice swings to the far outside, turning into the stretch. Going to get up for second behind One Identity, the 7-5 favorite. And again, I thought she ran fine in this race. It's nice to know that she is one from off the pace if it's fast. She just seems like a logical contender if you believe the number.
Yeah, I sort of felt like she was the horse to beat in here. You make a good point about the figure for her last race, but I thought she ran really well in that spot. After, being steadied between horses after the start, Dan, and losing some position there, came wide. I thought she ran well in there. I actually really liked her debut win, also from just off the pace. And she showed some really good speed in that second start. The one problem, the one issue, the thing that worries me most about her, Dan, is all three of her starts, a little bit of trouble at the gate in all three of those races. And you'd like to see her get over that at some point.
Number 5 is David's Rose. She got a hot horse last time out. We're going to watch that race. This is going to be her synthetic debut on January the 12th. And David's Rose got a fast pace to run at, but the winner of this race was in very, very sharp form. She would come back to win again, a $35,000 open claimer with a 59 buyer. David's Rose ran okay considering that 2 starts back, she just was able to make a very easy early lead. And this was a little bit foreign for her to rally from off the pace and in between horses.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Dan. Her prior 2 wins, both when she just got absolutely loose on the lead early on dirt. She didn't make the lead here. She actually bumped. Fire and Spice was also in that race and showed speed after bumping with this horse out of the gate. This horse, after that, I thought got a really good trip. I mean, she was certainly game in there to make it pretty close for second at the end. It wasn't the kind of performance that made me want to bet her back, Dan. But she's another horse who I think has a chance to win here. I would want a pretty big price.
Trainer Eddie Please's barn has adapted well to synthetic racing in South Florida. We take a look at our DRF formulator fact. The past 3 months on synthetic, 3 for 10, 331 return on investment. David's Rose seemed to handle the synth just fine in her debut on the surface, the race we just saw. Bunny, Not Beast is the number 6, and like the number 2, Veloce Bella, she was a debut winner. She was more gritty than anything else, but let's watch that performance. Going about 5 furlongs, Jose Ortiz was aboard that day. Irad Ortiz will be aboard on Wednesday, and she chased the pace in this open $25,000 claimer, and she's going to need the length of the stretch to get by this leader, but she does so.
Yeah, she's pretty game to get it done. I mean, it doesn't look like she's ever going to get by this horse on the lead, but she will finally surge right at the wire to get up. These 2 horses just went 1-2 around the track, and the pace was not fast, and they managed to duke it out to the end there. I wasn't, totally blown away by the performance. I wouldn't want this horse as one of the favorites, and it feels like she'll be one of the favorites, but she could win.
And like the number 1, Amazing Red, the 7, Amazing Trip, the number 7, Lady in Heels will be trying synthetic for the first time. Limited positive data, very limited, but positive data with the sire Oceanite. This is a turf family, which makes me think she could handle this surface. Her last race, she just got cooked chasing a fast pace at Tampa Bay Downs.
Yeah, another horse that has speed, and she has it from the outside post. We'll see if she can do better on synthetic this time.
She's going to have to. She's run 5 races. Her best buyer speed figure of 52. She is going to have to improve, but she isn't against Florida bred only competition for the first time in her career. Let's take a look at our top picks for Wednesday's DRF race of the day. We kick off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 at Gulfstream with this race. Veloce Bella, still lightly raced, still lots of upside, and we know she's got big speed.
Liked her debut. I thought maybe that, being off the claim, taken from a high percentage guy, going to a lower percentage guy, I thought maybe this horse would get overlooked a little bit in here. And I thought she ran really well first time out. I thought your top pick was the horse to beat.
Fire and Spice might get some pace this time. If you believe the 80 buyer, and I'm kind of wondering myself, I'm not sure about it just yet, but I think if it's close, boy, she's going to be tough if she gets a little bit of pace. Mike made a good point. Going to have to get away from the gate. 7-2 might be a bit of a pipe dream if everyone gravitates to the fig. 4-6-3-2 for me, 2-4-1-6 for Mike. We kick off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 with our Wednesday DRF race of the day. Best of luck.